Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mackenzie Jump and I do infertility related videos here on YouTube. I have PCOS. My husband and I have been trying to conceive for over 3 years. I do not ovulate on my own and I don't have a period on my own, so yeehaw! Anyways, if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I made my last video about a week ago. I know, 2 videos within a week span. Like, girl, you need to slow down. Long story short, we got the opportunity to do IVF, and I recently purchased my medications. I got them in the mail, and I wanted to do like an unboxing video. I've actually recorded this already once, but I realized that I showed my address like multiple times because I'm an amateur and that's just what happened. So I'm like, I'm going to refilm that because one, I don't edit my videos. I just make them and then I post them and then that's it. So if I had to figure out how to like blur something, it would take me 10,000 years. And yeah, so I'm just going to dive into it. I'm kind of glad I'm remaking it because I had purchased something from a place for like organization. So it'll kind of be like an organization, IVF medication, unboxing, looking at it for the second time, still not knowing how to pronounce the names video. Also, ignore this. Are you supposed to wash your glasses? Because I'm pretty sure I get like breakouts right here because that should be a thing and I don't do it. I like wipe them off, but whatever. Okay, so if you don't know, we are going through CNY Fertility, which is known to be the cheapest and least expensive IVF clinic in the United States. They've got 7 different locations. We are going to the Colorado Springs location, mainly because it's closest to us. And also, like, if you're gonna have to travel anyways like we are, you might as well go somewhere fun. So to us, that is fun. Okay, where do I start? When I got this box, there's obviously refrigerated medication. There was a lot less refrigerated medication than I thought there was gonna be, so that's super cool. Doesn't take up room in my fridge. And I am going to be very open about everything with our experience. Like, I don't care to talk about cost, money, how we saved. I will mention, and I'll probably make a whole separate video on like our process leading up to the consultation, after the consultation, what we did to save money. But I will go ahead and talk about 2 different companies that you can use to save on IVF specific medication. I cannot remember the second one to save my life, but the first one is Compassionate Care. That's not the company we ended up using for a discount because CNY has someone or an organization similar that they use and refer people to, so that's who we ended up going through. But from what I understand, if you qualify for a discount with one, you can send them that letter and the other will match it. But what I would do is I would submit the information they need, see if you qualify for a discount, and see if it comes back better. And if they deny you or it's not as good, then you can send them a copy of the qualification card or whatever you get from the other company and they'll match it. So that's super neat. But the process is you just go online, fill out their like little form. It's based off of like household income, that kind of thing, and you can qualify for up to 75% off IVF meds. Now, what I didn't really know at the beginning, and I found out as I went and got qualified for them both, is they only cover, or they only offer a discount on the injectables. So surprisingly, a lot of insurances will actually cover the pills that are used with IVF, even if your insurance doesn't cover infertility. Like ours doesn't cover infertility, but they covered some of the pill form medication, so that was cool. Also, medication costs for IVF is all over the place, like completely all over the place. The procedure itself is pretty comparable throughout a lot of different clinics, but the medication is just You never know. I will say that before the discount, before the discount, our total for medication was like $2,600, maybe I think it was $2,800. Yeah, $2,800. And then after the discount that we qualified for and insurance covering a little bit of it, we paid right at $2,100 out of pocket. So really good. And the medication that they subscribe if we could subscribe to IVF meds, I think we would all be followers. The medication that they prescribe covers whether you want to do a fresh transfer or a frozen transfer. So I guess technically if you do a fresh transfer, you're just paying for a little bit extra medications that you might not use. But from my understanding, if you do a frozen transfer, that cycle really isn't like a heavy medicated cycle because you're not doing all the stims or the stimulating medications. So there you go. All right, well, let's just dive into it. So first off, I am obsessed with home goods. If you have a Home Goods where you live and you've never been, girl, you better get a second job, because I'm pretty sure like I own a portion of that company, and it's amazing. So it's like a sister store of TJ Maxx and Marshalls, but like way better. And it's more home related, where TJ Maxx and Marshalls have like clothes and that kind of stuff. Anyways, I was kind of on the hunt for something to put all my medications in, and I found literally the perfect thing. It was $29, and I'm in love with it. So don't laugh at my setup here. Also, my countertops in my bathroom are blue. Still haven't gotten around to changing those since we moved in, but here's my little gig. So it's like, I can't explain how tall it is. I don't know. Here's my straightener for size. Because my plan was to like get one of those little small 3-drawer things from Walmart, the little plastic ones. But even those, especially right now with everything being so high, even those are like $15. So $29 for this. It's got the metal side, little wheels, works really good. So I'm going to jump into it. So first things first, I can't pronounce anything, so we're just going to wing it, okay? So the only refrigerated medication they sent was Follistim cartridges. Okay. For use only with Follistim pen. Also, Follistim pen came in like the cutest little case. It's like super similar to like a diabetes pen or something like that, or insulin pen, I mean. So comes in a case. This is what comes refrigerated. There's 4 of these. So we'll start with my top drawer. So in my top drawer, I'll just give you a little overview if I can get my addresses out of the way, because there's creeps out there. This is what my top drawer looks like. Basically, I put some of the syringes, all of my pill form medication. These are fun, alcohol pads, and we'll go through them real quick. So you've got the little guys. These are, so if you've ever had a trigger shot, this needle size reminds me of that. Super small. It did not hurt me at all. I honestly didn't even feel it. So there's a whole baggie of those. There's 12 in that bag. The pill forms that I have are naltrexone, 3 milligrams capsules, and that puppy is full. Then we've got estradiol, 2 milligram tablets, quantity of 60. We've got Nacrolimus, okay, 32 quantity. And then we have prednisone, quantity of 60. Those are the only pill forms that I have. Now, of course, you gotta get your suppositories in there. So I've got some progesterone suppositories. Those are fun. And they sent what seems to be a tampon, but I think it's something that you use to insert suppositories. I just like wash my hands and just stick my finger up there. A bunch of alcohol swabs, and then something that kind of gave me a little bit of anxiety. Like, what is this? What is this? Like, am I supposed to give myself an IV? I don't know. No, obviously. But do I feel like I'm supposed to by the look of this? Yes. Like, am I infusing milk into my system? Like, is this breast milk? Like, what is it? Oh, it's intralipids. I need to learn about my medications. Okay. Intralipids. That's what this is. It's not milk. That goes in your bloodstream. So. All right, that is my first drawer. Drawer number 2. It's not a whole lot of exciting things in here. This massive pack of much larger needles than the others. This is for use with progesterone and oil. Yeah, there's a bunch of these bad boys. There's a bunch of these, and then there's a bunch of the like short replacements. That probably didn't show you anything. Like, Mackenzie, what are you showing us? I don't know. A bunch of white paper in a bag. Anyways, syringes. And then we've got azithromycin. Okay. Azithromycin, 250 milligrams, quantity 6. Let's see. Take 2 tablets by mouth the first day, then 1 tablet by mouth until all medication is gone. Take it all, girl. If I'm going to pay this much money, I'm going to take it all. Then we've got Pregnol. Inject 10,000 IU mixed with 1 ml, dilute subcutaneously. I think that's under the skin. I don't know. I'll find out before, don't worry. And then the last thing in this drawer is progesterone. Used daily as directed, injectable. Intramuscularly. So usually that goes like in your hip or something. I think that's probably the bigger needles, what those are for. I don't fear needles, but I'm not super stoked about the bigger ones, and especially putting it in my hip. Like, I've got like a little, I've got a little belly. I'm not small. Never been small. I wish I was small, but I'm not. Like, I'm just a big boned girl. Like, your girl's got her curves, okay? Even at like my best athletic physique when I was training and playing every day of the week for like 21 years, I was still just, your girl was still just thick. I'm not talking like fat. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking because I'm literally thinking about the pictures of me in high school, and like, I wish I loved my body more than. Tangent. Okay, next thing is Medipure. Inject 75 IU, 1 vial, subcutaneously once daily as directed. And there are 2 things of those, both quantity of 10. Then we've got 6 of these little guys. These are ganirelix acetate injection for subcutaneous use. There's 6 of those. And then these I have completely wedged in because they were a little bit too wide to all go side by side, but my OCD took over and they're like, no, you're gonna fit. These, okay. Enoxaparin sodium injection, 30 milligram for subcutaneous injection. And that is inject 1 pre-filled syringe once daily as directed. I like the whole pre-filled thing, like knowing that I'll have to mix some stuff and like the responsibility is heavy on my shoulders of getting it right kind of freaks me out a little bit, but I mean, I took science in high school, so it should be okay, right? All right, so actually that's it. I know. Value of $2,800 of medications, and it only took me 15 minutes of blabbing and barely talking about them to go over them. Do you want to see my favorite part of anything to do with infertility treatments that include injections? This is literally the cutest thing I've ever seen, and I become absolutely obsessed with him, and I wish I could find a reason to keep them around after I use them, because like, what? Oh, you're small. Oh, you're cute? Yeah, I know. Way too excited about this. So, there's that. So I have this box that I'm keeping on top of my drawers. My pants. Alright, I need to take a nap. Mackenzie, it's almost 8:30 p.m. It's fine. I'm keeping that on top of my drawer set, and I'm just keeping things that it like the cutest biohazard box you've ever seen. A little one of the 5,000 Ipsy bags that I have that I'll probably put like if I'm ever going anywhere and I know I'll have to do any kind of medications or injections not from home, I'll put them in here. And then of course your girl's gotta have all of the like OPKs, that kind of thing. So I have 3 different brands of ovulation predictor kit test strips. MomMed, so shout out to MomMed for sending me an awesome kit a couple months ago. Super happy with how these turn out. So if you have PCOS or you're struggling with infertility and ovulation is an issue, your hormones are all over the place, you probably know that you have LH surges all the time, especially with PCOS. And I've had a super hard time finding an OPK that will be more like true and actually look different than all the other OPKs I've taken for the last 2 weeks. So this is the first one that's done that. The only thing I wish it was a little bit wider. So they're pretty thin, but super happy with those. Those are my number 1 OPKs. And then my number 2 is probably, I don't even know what brand this is. Pregmate. Yeah. Really like those. And then I have some other Pregmate ones. They just changed their whatever. And then along with the kit that MomMed sent me, they sent me a little package of pregnancy tests. I'm just going to be real with you. Like, there's no way I'm going to wait to test. I just can't do it. I am definitely going to test out my trigger shot because it's like a peace of mind thing. I want to know that it's out of my system before I test even more. And that's just what I'm going to do. And you can't talk me out of it. Okay? Also, another thing that came with my huge box was this huge stack of papers. It basically gives you like a checklist of everything you should have gotten. The only thing that I did not get was the trigger shot, because apparently it only has a 30-day shelf life, and they overnight everything to you anyways, and I just didn't want to take the chance of getting it and then for some reason not being able to use it and then having to pay for it again. So here we are. All right, that's my video. I had my random baseline on Monday with some lab work done to determine whether I needed Provera or not, because I don't cycle on my own. Had kind of a miscommunication with CNY, which is a downfall of going with them, is because they have so many patients that you don't really have that personal, like, one-on-one relationship with a specific nurse or even a specific team. So basically I reached out and said, hey, during my consultation, they told me that if we're ready to start and I don't have a cycle, to contact you guys, and we can move forward on figuring out if I need Provera, because your girl needs Provera to have a period. And so I messaged them and they were like, okay, yeah, all you have to do is just schedule a random baseline in labs. We'll review them, then the nurse team will reach out to you and see if Prevera is indicated. So I took that as like, okay, call the clinic that you're doing your local monitoring with and schedule it, and then have them send the results via fax, which I knew about. So I did, and then I didn't hear anything from them, and so I called, and the lady was like, we don't have you on our schedule anywhere. I don't really know what's going on. And your girl secretly started crying because I was just so caught off guard that I did something wrong, because I'm like a massive planner and an organizer. And I know in fertility, you just really can't be that way, but I still am. And I was so I was just sad because it was my first real big move with the whole IVF thing. And I just was caught off guard and it was sad. So long story short, we have another baseline that I'm doing on Monday, and stat labs, they're going to send that over to CNY by 2 p.m. They will review it, call me, let me know the plan. I kind of know the plan. My uterine lining is 12 millimeters, so it's very obvious that I have not cycled in a while. So they'll probably put me on Prevera, which is completely fine. My body kind of needs that reset, and it'll make me feel a lot better. So I'll typically, in the past, I've taken Prevera for 10 days. I usually start my cycle about 3 days after the last pill. My heaviest day is about cycle day 5. So hopefully by first week of March-ish, we'll start our medications. I'm freaking stoked. Okay, there we are. So stay tuned for an update, and thank you for coming. See you next time. Follow me on Instagram because I post a lot of stuff on there and I like interacting with people on there. So there you are. I will see you next time. Bye.